Good morning, ZERT Nation. XP001 once again. I hope your morning is starting off right. Once again, welcome to Season 3 of Coffee and Hate, Episode number 3. Today we're going to talk about knowing your limits. Knowing your personal limitations as far as fitness, combatives, shooting, driving, etc., which comes down to training. I always say that, the more training you have, the more confidence it builds, but so does experience. The reason why I want to talk about this subject is because the Kim Kardashian, robbery, in France. Bottom line is that everyone's talking back and forth, but even if Pascal, her bodyguard, who I know was in that room and 5 armed guys came in, what are your limitations? There's only so much you can do. You can, hopefully de-escalate the situation, stay in between your client, and just say, hey, take what you want, get out of here, no harm, no foul, protecting your client, keeping yourself safe. In a foreign country, he's not armed. Let's say he was armed. What are your limitations? I mean, if you're caught off guard by 5 armed dudes and you're armed, you either got to be strategically in a good position and confident to start engaging multiples. That's why we train multiple targets, right? The L-Pres, you're turning, drawing, and shooting, 3 targets, 2 rounds each with a reload, and 2 rounds in under 5 seconds. That's fast, right? But what are you going to do under stress? What is your positioning? And also, too, if you did get in a firefight, where do you think those rounds are going to go? You're in a hotel. They're going to go through walls. There's patrons seeing the other side. So knowing your limitations, right? Physical fitness-wise. The key thing is, guys, is that in the 10-plus years I've been in the protection realm, I've had 3 attack-on principles. Okay? And each one of those happened so fast. What do you think happened? Well, again, to come out, we were hands-on. 100%. Reaction versus action. The fact is that you're not always going to deploy the gun. Stuff happens so fast that if it's up close and personal, you're going to have to know how to use your hands, guys. And I know my limits right now that I probably have about 36 seconds of driving me before I gas out under a stressful situation. I know my limitations. As far as, firearms training, I'm confident that I know I can engage out to 50 meters with a handgun, but under stress in a public area, no, that's not going to happen. Know your limitations, and what are those limitations? Push to go past that. I'm not the fittest dude in the world, but I'm starting, I'm running 3 miles every morning trying to get back up there so I can do that. But key thing is, guys, don't fake the funk. Don't, in middle, go, oh, if that happens, it's going to happen. No, really test what your abilities are as far as your shooting, combatives, and assessing the situation. So I hope this sinks in. And when we talk about combatives, there's a lot of good places out there, but a good place to test yourself is Krav Maga. Dominate, eliminate, control the situation. It's a no bullshit combative system, and it's family friendly, guys. Big supporter of Donovan over here at Las Vegas Krav Maga. He has kids program. You see men and women. The basic thing is, man, there's no other test and no other triumph of defeating another man on the mat. I'll tell you that right now. So think about it, talk about it, and we'll see you guys tomorrow morning. I'm XP001, out.
The ZERT membership pack is your gateway to a worldwide organization dedicated to building a safe and trained community armed with the proper mindset to see you and your family through to safety. The first-year membership pack includes ZERT 702 black t-shirt, 5-inch ZERT 702 patch in PVC, your call sign and squadron assignment, ZERT membership certificate, official membership card with your call sign, 10 ZERT recruitment cards, access to discounts from ZERT-approved vendors, 15% off most ZERT merchandise year-round. In addition to the membership pack, once you join, you receive the following privileges: access to the ZERT forum and exclusive online videos. ZERT, not just an organization, it's a lifestyle. ZERTNation.com.